So if you want to check out how I get my makeup looking like this, stay tuned and I'm going to walk you through all of it. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi. So I start with applying primer on my well moisturized skin. I use a damp beauty blender, and this primer is by Essence. If you're big on products, I'll probably link them in the description because I won't mention all of them. So I make sure I apply the primer everywhere, then I line my eyebrows with eye pencil. Now I use black eye pencil for my eyebrows. Now a lot of people are like, no, don't use black eye pencil, but I use black eye pencil because I just feel it looks better. Now I wouldn't recommend a beginner to use black because it's harsh. Notice how I hold the pencil. I'm not holding it at the bottom, I'm holding it in the middle, and it's because I want to fill my eyebrows in as lightly as possible because I'm using a really harsh color. So if you are fair skinned or you are of my complexion and you want to play it safe, use a dark brown. So I fill the eyebrows in as lightly as possible, as much as I can, and patiently. So you're going to notice that I fill my eyebrows in really crazy, but that's not a problem because I'll go in with concealer to clean them up and to get the shape that I want. So filming the eyebrows was really hard, you guys. Like, oof, it was hard. Bear with me. Look at how my knockoff mirror gets in the way. And sis, I know it's a knockoff mirror, okay? Now, to prevent myself from overdrawing my eyebrows, I use this trick where that's the beginning. The first point is the beginning, and that point over there is the end. So that way I don't overdraw them and they're not too long or too short. Then I continue to fill my eyebrows in light strokes. I go in with this brush so that I blend the pencil, and if you have a spoolie, if you have a toothbrush, do you, sis. No one is going to judge you. For concealer, my criteria of picking concealer is that I pick a shade that is a shade lighter or two, and this shade is Chestnut by LA Pro Concealer. And to apply it, I use a small flat bristled brush from, it's by Real Techniques, I think. Yeah, it's by Real Techniques. And I start to shape my eyebrows with it. The reason why I pick a shade or two lighter is because I don't want to create a halo effect, like really white looking, porcelain looking eyebrows, you know. And if you notice, I pull the concealer almost to the middle of the bridge of my nose, and you are gonna know why soon. So the line that you draw with your concealer at first isn't supposed to be precise because you're gonna go in over and over again until you get a line as precise as possible, and you blend that concealer down. Ladies, please blend your concealer as a bliff. Ladies be looking crazy with unblended concealers here. That is why you're supposed to pick a shade, okay, a shade lighter or two shades lighter, so that it's easier for you to blend. Ladies rather, it is so difficult to blend a concealer that is way too light for your skin. And even if your blending skills are on point, sis, you're still gonna look crazy, okay? So even with my flat brush, I still manage to blend it as much as possible. And if you can't blend that well, you can just pick a concealer that is, you know, your complexion. There's no harm. There's really no harm in doing so. Now the reason why I pushed the concealer almost to the middle of the bridge of my nose is to create almost like a gradient effect, so that there's no harshness at the beginning of my eyebrows, and then they look rather very boxyish. I don't like that look, so I kind of like draw the concealer almost to the middle for that gradient feathery look. And we blend, and we blend. So if you have a feathery brush, you can actually use it to blend as much as you can, because you can always tell the quality of a woman's slay by her eyebrows. So using the same brush, I drag the color that I blended at the end of my eyebrows to the front for that still gradient look. Using the same trick, I did my other eyebrow, and here we are. For foundation, I pick a shade that is darker, and to apply the foundation, I use this brush by Real Techniques. I got this brush because there was a YouTuber called Kaisa Colby, and she recommended this brush, and it did what it does, rather what it said. She said rather it would. It's really a nice brush. If you can find it, please buy it. Now for me, I use the small brush again, the one that I used for my eyebrows, to apply my foundation. So what I do when applying foundation is I get the very foundation and I mix it with the primer. Reason being, I don't like applying powder after foundation, because I like luminous looking foundation, and kind of like powdering my face afterwards kind of like defeats the whole purpose. So I just pack primer on primer so that my foundation stays longer and it doesn't shift. Using the same Real Techniques brush, I tap until it's well blended. Now if I see that it hasn't blended enough or well enough with the brush, I still go in with a damp beauty blender. Then to highlight my face, using the same LA Pro Concealer, I bring in some light and definition in my face. So the bridge of my nose, under my eyes, under my nose, my forehead, you know. And ladies, don't forget under your nose, hey? Yeah. Using a beauty blender, I dampen it a little with some water and I start to blend. Using that very brush, any harshness at the end of the concealer blending, I just brush it off with this brush. This brush is amazing, ladies. If you notice, there's some definition in my face rather than the flatness that the foundation left. Then I line my lips so that when I apply my lip gloss or whatever lip thing I'm putting, the lining is sitting naturally. You get what I mean? Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's a brown. I'm using a brown. Now with this palette that I picked from the middle of nowhere, I use those browns at the bottom. It's an eyeshadow palette, by the way, and I use that very same magic brush to contour my face. Yes. It doesn't look like I'm doing much, but at the end you're going to see what that brown does to my face. And ladies, if you can't find the right contour shade for your skin, please, you can do without contour. You've lived without contour in your face all your life, so just let it go. Just let it go. It took some time for me to find a shade that actually works for my face, and you know, blending skills that were, you know, it was hard, but now that I've learned, I can now contour. And even now that I know how to contour, I still don't always contour. To highlight my face, I like to use cream highlighter, because for me it's easier to blend. So I use my finger to apply it at the top areas of my cheekbones. Then I blend with a beauty blender. This is why I say like cream highlighters are better for me, because I can easily blend them with a beauty blender and they sit more naturally for me. Using that very same palette, I use that dusty looking orange and any of the pinks for my eyeshadow look. So the orange dusty color will work as a transition color because it mimics my natural upper lid color. So I just swipe it. Swipe it in windshield motions. That little brush, I actually found it from my Naked palette, and it's been the only fluffy brush that I have ever owned. Using a pink, I tap in that very eyeshadow palette, and then I re-tap on my lower lid. And we are done. We are done, ladies. We are done. We are done. Imagine, we are done for the eyeshadow look. My friend was actually watching The Lion King in the background, so I was singing We Are One. Now for eyeliner, I am not going to explain anything, ladies. Just watch carefully. I don't really go hard on eyeliner. I like my eyeliners as thin as possible, because I can't handle the thick line. No, and my eyes are kind of like folded, so I make it as thin as possible. Now, if you don't have eyeliner, one trick that I use is, guess what? Mascara. Yes, so that's what I use if I don't have eyeliner. Then I line my lower what do they call that part? Yeah, that thing that I'm doing. I line them with eye pencil, and I don't know if it's because I was filming. I was so clumsy with lining my lower lash line, and I was just poking myself over and over again. Then I get that dark, is it raspberry-ish looking color, and I balance my eyeshadow at the bottom. Using this mascara by Essence. Oh my god, you guys, this mascara is amazing. It's amazing. It's just that it's almost done. I've had it for the longest and I've been loyal to it ever since I got it, but it's amazing and it's really cheap. I'm not going to wear any lashes because I really didn't feel like it, so I'll just apply some mascara on my upper lashes and my lower lashes, and we're almost done with this look. For my lips, I'll probably just apply a lip gloss. I'm not big on lipsticks, so this lip gloss, also by Essence, is what I'm finna apply. It was too clear for me, so I decided to go in with another Essence lip gloss. It's a nude color and it feels so good on the lips, almost like, what are those gums? Those minty gums. Yeah, that's how it feels. And it's amazing. I love it. And we are done for this look, ladies. We are done. So, like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. And shout out to Miss Nami from Twitter for this video. Thank you so much.